Good morning to you. Good morning, everybody. I want to be sure you are in class and uh, you're not just with your phone and just sleeping, or you're just sitting down somewhere without listening. So I want to be sure that you are in this class. Can you kindly just send your favorite emoji? Can you send your favorite emoji so I can see? All right, amazing, amazing, amazing. So I can know those that are active on this training. What you're about to hear is very, very powerful, and it's going to change your life for good. I can assure you that. So it's very important that you are active and you are not just there for the fun of it, just joining for the fun of it. All right. What you want to hear this morning is money matter, money talks, and a lot of us as realtors, we are selling based on the information, and the information we have is half baked. And there's one thing that is very peculiar about the truth. A little addition to the truth is lie. A little subtraction for the truth is also a lie. So it's very important that you know the whole truth, you understand the whole truth. What does it mean? How does it work? What works best? How does this affect me? How does it affect my prospects and clients? It's very, very important. Please, I want to be sure you can hear me. Can someone just type, I can hear you loud and clear. Can someone just type that so I can be sure you can hear me? All right. What I want to talk about is financial intelligence. And thank God it's not financial freedom. Everybody needs understanding on financial freedom. But today I want to talk about financial intelligence. A lot of us as realtors, we only know how to earn money. We don't know how to make money. And it's very important that we know how to make money. We know how to teach and mentor our prospects about money matters. Anything that concerns real estate is money. An average person that wants to invest or do real estate understands that it requires money. So everybody that is transacting with you or that has a discussion to have with you about real estate have a preconceived mind that you know money, you know about money. But the fact is, most of us don't understand the structure of money, how money works, how money flows, because money is currency, how money interacts, who are custodians of funds, and how people manage and structure their finances. Most of us don't understand. And that is why we are even stuck in whatever situation we are in about real estate investment. So it's very important that you understand it. Most of you don't understand other aspects of investment. You know about real estate. You should know about other real estate, other form of investment, like the stocks, like the money markets, like bank mutual funds, commercial papers, bonds. You should know about these things. So if you don't know about it, go and read about it. Go and take your time, understand every other form of investment. Some people sell cash back. Some people sell buy to sell. All those things are also form of investment. You understand? And there is also funding for a project. All these things are forms of investment. There is treasury bill. There's mutual funds. You need to understand the whole sum of finance so that it is beyond just posting on your status. Real estate is the pathway to financial freedom. I have met with clients who will tell me real estate is not their thing. They will give me instances from other investments where they get returns and they put in their money and there is assurance they get returns. Do you understand? But there's always an edge real estate over all other investments, which as an investor that you should be, and as a broker that you are, you must be able to give the clear and distinct difference between all these other forms of investment and real estate. Do you understand? Okay, apart from the average understanding that real estate is an edge over inflation, that real estate preserve wealth, that real estate is transgenerational wealth, there are still several deep insights about real estate investments that an average person do not know. And it is important that you are well seasoned in that information. I will talk about some of them today. And I want you to understand it, how to calculate, okay, what is the next form of investment you or your prospect or your clients should do in order to have the financial intelligence that is needed, and it is based on structure. It is based on intentionality. Wealth is not based on income. Now, I'm going to be talking about 10 things this morning, 10 things, and I will urge you to stay with me to the end of it, because the last three are the most important. The last three are the most important. So make sure you stay with me to the end so that you get the last three. Now, it is very important that when you want to understand financial intelligence, you should understand that income is not wealth, and income is not the pathway to wealth. Cash flow is the architect of wealth. Cash flow is the architect of wealth. So it is very important you know that when you earn a salary, when you earn from service, from skill, it is not a pathway to wealth. It is not a pathway to wealth. There is difference between those things. Wealth and income is very different. So, and that is why it has always been doted. I don't know if you can relate to what I'm saying. That no matter how much your salary increase, no matter how much you earn from maybe the service you provide or anything, it is always never enough. It is always never enough. Even be doing business, be involved in business, and you are earning from your businesses, it is always never enough. Why? Because income is not the pathway to wealth. Wealth is built on systems. It's built on good and solid financial structure. That is, you have a rule of how everything that comes in for you is properly utilized into generating wealth. So it is very important you understand that you know, any from your skill, from your business, or from your salary and other forms of inflow is only a means for survival. It's only a means to stabilize yourself. You can be financially stable and not be financially free. It is two different things. You can, and it's also, those funds can, that comes from your inflow salary, can also be a means for expansion, expanding your business, expanding your reach, expanding your outlook, expanding how people see you. That is what these things can do. But you see, wealth is built on systems. It is built on solid and good financial structure. Please, if you are following me and I'm making sense, can you show your favorite emoji? If I'm making sense to you this morning, can you share me your favorite emoji? So good, fantastic. I can see that some people, I just need 10 people to follow me, and that'll be good. Please don't be distracted. Now, like I said, there is a strong and working financial plan and system that people should embody. Do you understand? That people should embody, not only as a realtor now, even as an individual who desire financial freedom. Now, let me say it by the way, financial freedom is that point where you do not necessarily need to work before money flows in your direction, where you do not necessarily need to be actively involved in work before money flows into your account. That is when you are financially free. That is when you can sleep on your bed and wake up and watch movies for 3 months straight and you still keep getting alerts. And these things do not come from, it does not come from having multiple jobs. It does not come from working in a place where they pay you 2 million naira salary. Even if they are paying you 2 million naira, 3 million, or 10 million naira salary, if you do not have, quote me well, if you do not have good financial structure, solidly built on systems, you will still find yourself wanting. It's just a matter of time. You still come back begging for money. Do you understand? So I want to teach you how to financially structure your income, your commissions, your earning, your client return on investment, your own personal return on investment, and how to properly position yourself, whether you are working as an employee in an organization, whether you have your business, whether you are into service provision, whether you are selling your skill or selling ideas. Whatever income you get, you can properly structure it to place yourself on the path to wealth. Most of us, we preach wealth as something that can be generated from real estate, but in the real sense, we do not understand the wealth, financial intelligence. We do not as realtors, and it's important. And what you don't understand is, the top shots, the 1% of the 1%, we always play on the ignorance of people like us. If we do not snap out of it on time, Do you understand? And I don't know if you've noticed people who have, gotten to a certain level of financial freedom, they share these things that people do not understand financial intelligence. Someone like Dr. Cosmas Maduka, he will always talk about it, that financial intelligence comes with properly manage the little you make, as little as you make, properly managing, putting a structure as to how much you spend, where you spend it, and how you spend it. Very, very important. Some of you have been earning millions of commission and you do not have property in your name. Many of you have been earning millions in salary and you do not have property in your name. You do not have investments in your name. But when something like MMM comes in, you dump all your money inside. It's because you do not understand financial intelligence. Or let me say, you do not have financial intelligence. And by reason of that, I mean, you do not have solid structure for finance on your income. So it is very important that you have it. And one of it is that you should understand that income is not wealth. It is cash flow that is wealth. Do you understand? So you can apply simple rule to your income. 40% goes to your lifestyle, 30% into your investment pool, 20% into your business skill and career growth, and 10% into your liquid and emergency fund. Until you come to a part where you can structure your money like this, and you do not know how to reduce the expenditure for yourself, you might not be able to transfer the financial intelligence to your prospects and also place yourself on that path to financial wealth. Please, I hope you are getting me. All right. The second thing, because I do not have time, this is a master class. It's supposed to be paid for, but you always get the best from Landnest Homes and Properties. So we are ready to make you, and we are always willing to see you win. So we don't mind to share. Do you understand? These are things that Director Ife and I learned from well-paid classes. Do you understand? So what people who are doing well in real estate or in business or in career, what makes them better or looks like they are far ahead in life is knowledge. Is purely knowledge, and knowledge needs to be paid for. And that's why when you are listening to a teaching, it is called pay attention, because you have to pay. Do you understand? So always know that this is a privilege for you. All right. Second thing is that you should understand the feast and famine cycle. See, there is a time to feast. There is a time that it is famine. Always understand. You see, the conscious awareness of this makes you understand the time value of money. That you should understand that, see, there's a time money will flow in your direction. There is a time you are constantly making sales and earning commission, and you should know by default that there's a time it will cease. There's a time the flow will reduce. There is a time this will not come as it used to. As business owner, Director Ife and I, we are always conscious of it. We know the months where flows are reduced of sales. We know the months that flows are increased. We know when to go all out for investment. We know when to go all out, or we need to reduce our expenses. That is financial intelligence. Once you cannot consciously understand that there is a time where you will have good inflow, and there is the time where it receives, you might not be able to create a wealth path for yourself. So understand that there are times when you have high income and there are times when you have low income, and you must be able to turn that around for yourself, and you must be able to project it. So also, when you're talking to your prospects, you must be able to let them understand that the best time to put their funds and pull investments heavily and leverage out on real estate is when they have high income rates, when they have high cash flow. It is very important, because you see, when money or inflow starts to decrease, that's where man is most vulnerable. That's when we take bad decisions. That's when we always are looking for quick cash. That is the time when people can swindle you, because you are vulnerable. You are thinking of how to make that cash as fast as possible, because there's a way your brain is wired to always desire comfort, to always want things to go smooth. to always want to, enjoy the things of life. That is how we are wired. But, it takes another level of grace. It takes another level of discipline to be able to position yourself where, when things are good and when things are not going so well, you can condition your mind the same, the right mindset, the right state of mind, the right state of heart, that you cannot be swayed or tossed to and fro by every wind of comfort and enjoyment. Do you understand? So it is very important to understand what, again, feast and famine. What was the first thing? Income is not wealth. The second thing, understand the feast and famine season. That is the time when you are bound and the time when you are based. All right. Uh, the third thing, you must know how to turn your income into assets. You must know how to turn your what? Income into assets. You must know how to turn your commissions into assets. A lot of you are making hell of money from commission. Sometimes when director Ife and I, when we are approving commissions, we are like, damn, these guys are making good money. If only you know how to make good use of these funds, this money is enough to start something creative when it comes to wealth plan. But some of you, you do not have the financial prowess. You do not have the financial knowledge, and you need to seek for it. Nobody will teach you. Nobody is coming for you. Nobody is going to show you how it's done. You have to fend for it. It is called Darai. It is called Da. It is called, you have to, you have to break forth. That's what it is called. You have to find a way to get yourself out of it. Do you understand? I know many people, and some of you, the reason you're thinking, oh, because my salary is still small, I'm not earning so much. If only this is how I used to break people out of it. I'll just ask them, can you generate your bank statement? Generate your bank statement. Let us see how much came in for you in 2025. Some of them will see the bank statement and they are shocked that some large amount of money actually passed through their account. And you'll be wondering, what did I use the money for? It's because you're not tracking. You do not have financial intelligence. You do not know how to track and turn your income into assets. Now, every time I check my income and I check my flows for funds in my account, and it scares me how much has passed through my account, and I will just look back on my assets and I have peace, and I know that yes, I am secured. So those things gives you peace. It gives you the right mindset to know that yes, you're on the right path to wealth. But immediately you millions of amount of money pass through your account, and you cannot point out to something substantial that can also generate wealth or income for you in the nearest future, then you are on the pathway to poverty. Then whatever you have been telling your prospect and client is absolute nonsense, because you do not understand it. Like I said before the other time, you should understand every other aspect of investment. Something like treasury bill. Treasury bill offers people, up to 16-18% return on investment. Do you understand? Return on investment, that people are sure that once they put money in there, 18% in 12 months, they will get it. 16% in 6 months, they will get it. But that is the most little return on investment that has. That's very rubbish as compared to real estate, where you can get up to 300% return on investment in just 6 months. In fact, people flip up to 100% within a month. Do you understand? Where do you want to see that kind of investment? It's only real estate. So you must be able to understand how these things work. I've seen people, put their meager income into other forms of investment, pull out the investment and dump it on real estate as their final wealth plan and strategy. So you need to understand and well informed about it. And it comes for as little as knowing how to turn your income, the little you are making, the little commissions you are getting, the little you are earning from your salary, into assets. You must know how to turn them into assets. Buy things that are worth it. Buy things you can liquidate. Gold is one of those things. Land, property is one of those things. Do you understand? Things you can liquidate. Things you can turn into income generating assets. Do you understand? I hope you are learning something this morning. All right. Do you understand? You can even create a plan for yourself. One deal, one asset rule. That once you close a deal, one asset is going for it. Once you make a major breakthrough in your business and you got some profit, an asset will be the reason why you are marking it. Some of you will be on your birthdays, you are doing parties and everything, and you will spend thousands of naira. You spend, some of you even spend up to 1 million on birthday celebration. You receive cash gifts, and the next minute you've blown it. When every birthday should be a significant milestone for you to celebrate owning an asset, owning or getting closer to your wealth plan and strategy. Do you understand? So always understand that appreciating assets, land, rentals, they are the most important aspect of investment that drive it towards financial intelligence. All right. I don't have much time, so I'll just skip straight to it. I think we have just a few minutes left. All right. The next thing is you have to understand leverage like a developer. A developer is always leveraging. The developer is always leveraging. Realtors too can leverage. Some of you have good and cordial relationship with developers of company. Do you know how much power you have as a salesperson? Recently, I was teaching the salespeople, the sales force in Landnest Homes and Properties, that as a realtor, as a realtor, you can negotiate your way into anything. You can negotiate your way into anything. See, as a realtor, you have relationship with developers. As a realtor, you are saviors. Why are you saviors? You are helping investors get connected to the right investment, invariably helping them to make money and with smart financial decisions. And in other way, you are also helping a developer to get funded for his projects. That's why you are a savior. And you must know how to leverage on being the middleman to get what you want. This is top tier secret. A lot of realtors here does that. They will come to a DM, and because of their sales prowess, the results they've gotten over the month or the years from sales and marketing, and the commissions they get, they will say, can I get a discount on a property, or can I get, a more favorable payment plan and structure such that I can also be a partaker of this property? See, it will pay you in years to come. Say 5-10 years to come, and you are passing in front of an already serviced estate, and the only evidence you have is that you sold and you never have a plot or a unit in there. Some of you sold NFCC, you cannot even boast of 300 square meter again, and you earn commission in millions. You earn commissions in hundreds of thousands. It's a very bad attitude. It means you are only there for immediate comfort, and you are not there for for future or delayed gratification. It's a bad financial uh, um, um, bad financial character. Very, very bad. At every estate, Mr. Ife and I will make sure we secure unit for ourselves. Customer experience team can bear witness, and our sites on construction can bear witness of this. We will keep units for ourselves. We'll keep units for ourselves, so that in the long run, we will not say, oh, we're the developer and we do not have plots. I have seen instances where estates are snatched from developers, because on the long run, when the estate fully developed, the developers do not have a single unit for themselves there. Because why would you think you will sell a property, and you never thought that there was coming a time when property you sold for 1 million can turn to 100 million? Who told you that? Who told you that? So why would you not take that initiative now and leverage on the income you are earning right now and the relationship you have with those developers, and negotiate your way to own a unit or a slice of it as little as 300 square meter? That's small things are what differentiates the financial intellect with the financial stupid people. So be careful. Understand how to leverage. You can do joint ventures. You can do joint ventures. For example, remember when we were selling Murayo residence? After that time, we sold the idea that government is coming very soon to tar the road that goes to Murayo residence. Many people do not believe. They just felt Ibadan. Who is constructing road in Ibadan? But we knew. And one of those things as directors, is that, Mr. Ife and I, we are always constantly investing. See, we buy land like this. We buy land like how tech bros and sis, how they change phones. every now and then we buy land. Some of the strategic locations that you see that we sell are as a result of, direct Ife and I going to find a way of securing an investment for ourselves. And when we see, we'll be like, our people needs to invest here because of the quality of information, prior information of what is happening in that area, and future projection of that location. Do you understand? Some of the times when some of our people are with us, we'll be pointing to them. I own a plot there. I have 2 acres there. I have 1 acre there. Very close to where our project is because we can see. Now, imagine what happened to Morayo residence now. Right now, the road in front of Morayo has been tarred from Ologweru down past Morayo residence and even Morayo residence extension. And as at the time we sold less than 2 million naira for a plot. Right now, a plot is selling averagely 8 million naira, and adjacent to Morayo residence is already an estate that is selling bungalows for 30 million for 2 bed and almost 40 million naira for 3 bed. You understand? And 2 years ago, when we were selling Morayo residence, it was like a desert. It was like there was no development coming. In fact, we took one woman to inspection and was like, 2-3 years, no, 3 years, 4 years, nothing's going to happen here. Imagine that at that time as a realtor, you sold 1 acre and you kept a plot for yourself. Or you even were able to buy 3 or 4 plots for yourself. And out of those 4 plots, you now look at it. How can you also use this to make money for yourself as a wealth plan and strategy for yourself? And you now talk to Landnest Homes and Properties. Please, I have 4 plots with you within this estate. Can we use 2? I will use it as a joint venture with Landnest. While Landnest builds maybe a twin duplex or maybe something basic like maybe a semi-detached bungalow, 2 units on each. That's 4 units. And those 4 units of 3-bed bungalows, and the agreement can be, 2 goes to the landowner, 3 goes to the developer, based on the market value and calculations and everything. And like that, you own a home. Like that, you own a home. That is what people are doing in Lagos. You think most of those developers you are seeing, you think they are buying the land. That land is very expensive. It is joint ventures. I mean, investors who at the time when Lekki was swamped, kept something for themselves and bought those units and kept it till the time when development met there, and they did not sell. They only enter into joint ventures with developers to build, and they own houses. That is how it works. Now they own houses worth 350 million for a land they bought 10 million naira some couple of years back. Just overnight. Imagine now owning 2 to 3 units from like 10 units the developer built. That is instantly becoming a billionaire. And remember, the value of a man is not in the cash in his hand, it's by the value of his assets. Always remember that. So when they want to calculate your worth now, they will not calculate your worth by the amount of salary you earn monthly or by the number of iPhones or bags or shoes you have. It is by the number of assets you have. So when you're also talking to your prospect and client, you must be able to bring them to the understanding and realization of this, that income is not assets. Turning your income to assets is the real deal. And understanding the power of leverage, like joint venture, off-plan financing, installment leveraging, is the real deal, where you can create an off-plan, structural payment plan based on your income, such that you can also be a partaker of a wealth plan for yourself. So always understand that. Always understand that. Always understand that. Number 5, I want to speak about 10 things, and the time is already fast spent. Number 5, opportunity cost and build evaluation. You have to know how to calculate return on investment. You need to know how to project. And how do you do this? It's pretty simple. You have to sit down and make research. What was the value of property a few years ago? What is the value of that property presently? And with that, can I project how much that property can be in the next couple of years? Simple. It is simple mathematics. Some of the times that we come to project that at Landnest Homes and Properties, where we will talk about, percentage where the return on investment will be. Then in a couple of years, it looks like we are exaggerating. Well, I don't blame most people. Many developers has overhyped properties, and it is very hard to believe developers. But at Landnest Homes and Properties, we take priority in understanding the trend of things. See, we are closer to the people, we are closer to the soil, we have information. And as real estate enthusiasts, you need to understand trends, you need to understand market trends, you need to know what is going on part time, what is happening. There are some new areas in Ogun State, in Lagos, in Ibadan right now that is emerging, and people do not know. One of it is where Freetown Parks and Gardens. It is emerging, and people do not know. You understand? People like us know because we are closer. But as a real estate enthusiast, you should know. Because why? Mowe is getting crowded. In fact, it is hard to even see plot of land. If you are getting at the outskirts of Mowe, that is Mowe or Father, down to Ode, you'll be getting a plot for nothing less than 10, 15 million naira, 20 million naira in some places. You know, that place is getting crowded. It's a little out of it is where Obafemi Ode is, which is where Freetown Parks and Gardens. All those places, people have bought bulk lands 10, 5 years ago, and they are selling and cashing out big. You know, that is how Matthew Ashimawole also did about Mowe, when people were not looking towards Mowe, and he bought in bulk. And overnight, he became a billionaire. This is how things work. It's as simple as that. Understanding what a property is valued at a few years back, what it is valued presently, and you can make a projection as to what it can be. It's just understanding opportunity cost and deal evaluation. Simple. Do you understand? There are also investment opportunities like cashback. How much do I put in now? How much do I get in a couple of months? Where can I then take that money to? But most stupid people will collect that money from cashback and still go and put it inside Obli. It's stupid and bad behavior. I don't want to be very vulgar this morning. All right. I hope I had more time. Number 6, you need to understand your own personal financial identity. See, it's also very important. You need to know how your spending culture is. You need to understand your spending mentality. You need to understand how you are engineered when money is in your account. You see, understanding and realization of this will help you to quickly know where you need to give yourself lashes and when you need to praise yourself. You need to know whether you are a spender, or you are a saver, or you are an investor. You know, quick and instant realization of this will help you. When money enters your account, you need to be able to determine, who am I when I get money? Who am I when money not in my hand? Who am I when I am expectant of money? Those 3 things I will repeat. Who am I when money in my hand? Who am I when money not in my hand? Who am I when money is coming? I'm expectant of income. You need to understand these 3 things. Once you understand, you'll be able to put yourself on the platter to know where you need to work on as an individual who desires financial literacy, financial intelligence, and is on the pathway to building wealth. You know, very, very important. You see, some of you immediately money touch your hand. The way some of you even follow up with your commission, I can already see your cultural tastes of funds, of how you see money. The way some of you follow up with delayed commission sometimes, I can see. I'm sorry if this is coming on the wrong side for you, but it's the fact. The way you are always aspiring for me, you already know that you want to spend this money on frivolity. Do you understand? It's already very obvious. The way you are expectant, you know, when it comes to rich people, wealthy people, not rich this time around, wealthy people who are systemically building wealth for themselves, you see them when it comes to money, they are very calm. They will talk billions like it is normal. They will talk hundreds of millions like it is normal. Some of you, you hear 1 billion, you be like, hey, see big money. Calm down. You need to understand that these are numbers. It is the value that matters, not the cash. It is the what? The value that matters, not the cash. You need to be able to position yourself. The first time I made my first million, what I did first was to go sit down and think. Some of you, you don't think when money comes to your hand. That is when you lose your brain for a few seconds. That's when you start thinking of one designer, and your phone is also your enemy. Now ads from Temu will start popping up. That's when you start be clicking on vendor status. You now start arguing about how vendors do not deliver on time. as well. So you need to have a very good spending habit. And by doing that, you need to first understand who you are as a person when it comes to finance. And then you can help yourself. So you can help yourself by just reading and going for financial classes. Guys, you can't, as a realtor, as a seasoned realtor, you need to know, you need to understand other aspects of real estate investment, like rights, real estate investment trusts. There are other aspect of real estate investment, cashback. Some of you earn commission. Your commission, you can also put it in cashback schemes. Landnest does not do cashback. Do you understand? We do not. But there are some companies that are doing it and they are trustworthy. And there are some that are swallowing your money. Understand how to work your way around it. You are realtors. You should know the best. All right. So I don't know what's to waste time. I don't want to waste time. Learn how to, learn how to separate business from personal finance. Some of you are earning commission, you are earning commission, and you do not still see that as a realtor you are doing business. You are not doing laborer job. Some of you are seeing yourself as laborers. You are doing business. As a realtor, you're a businessman, and you should know how to separate business funds from personal funds. My God, some of you earn commission, you cannot spend 30% of it to reinvest in yourself, like going for paid classes and mentorship programs. Very bad financial habits. You understand? It's very important as a realtor that you separate business from personal finance. So when your money comes, even before it comes, the best practice to good financial intelligence is to plan for money ahead of it reaching your pockets. Plan for it, because once money unplanned for is money wasted. You must be able to also advise your prospects and clients in the regard. Some of them will talk to you, they are expecting more money, but out of it, they want to use it and do a play, and then, but you must be able to guide them all right and consult for them such that they can take better and proper financial investment opportunities. Do you understand? So it's very important to understand that business must be taken seriously and must be treated alike. All right, I wish I can stay more on that, but I can't. Then I think this is the last. Which number am I? I can't remember. Which number am I? I can't remember the number I am now. All right. Can someone remind me?
7.
Number 7. Okay. So number 8, you must have a good psychology discipline with money. See, good psychology discipline with money. You must know how to abase and abound. You must know how to suffer yourself a little now for tomorrow's enjoyment. It is called delayed gratification. That's the simple terminology. That suffer a little today and gain more tomorrow. Like, if you can just, from the little you are earning, take 40% to go into your investment plans. Carry Rice is doing something now where you can lock your funds and put some money into an account with them. And I think there's a trend about it that is going around now. Yakubu manage, but then it looks very, very colloquial and cliche, but it is in the real sense of it. That is how it works, guys. That is how it works. You must learn how to manage. You must learn how to, suffer a bit. Who says you have to wear those designer clothes now? Some of you collect commission, and the next thing is you are changing your phone, you are changing your clothes, you are doing all those things. Who says you have to do them down? Who says it can't be later? You must be able to understand delayed gratification. You must learn how to control your emotions when you close bigger deals. Control your emotion. The first time I made my millions, I had to first calm myself down. Like, I was not in the haste to touch the money. In fact, it took me like a week or 2 before I started spending from it. I had to make sure, all the excitement and emotions of, that money must wear off first so I can take proper decision on the money. The first thing I did with that money was to buy land. I can remember very well. I deposited for land. That time I was still working, with a real estate company, and I bought land from that real estate company. I can remember. I can remember. You understand? You have to know how to, calm yourself down, your psychological effect, and some of you, it is not a problem from you. It is just the way you were brought up. You know, you have seen your parents after collecting their salary, they will come to the table and share the money. With that, you have never heard them talk about investments. Somehow it has grown into your subconsciousness, and you think you know better. You do not, because it's a seed that has already been planted in you, and it's a pathway to poverty. Sorry to say this. Until you consciously understand that every income you make, a particular part of it must go into your future, you are still joking. And you must be able to guide your prospects and clients in the same direction. Then, number 9, legacy thinking. God, this is very important. Only the top 1% understand this. Legacy building. You must always, some of you are not yet married, some of you are about to marry, some of you are just newly married, and you must be able to think forward. What is going to happen to my next generation? What will happen to my child? What will happen to my kid? What will happen to my wife? What will happen to my husband? How can I make life better for us while I am still youth? How can I make life better for us while I am still, about to, when I'm still at my peak, when I'm still youth, when I'm still full of age? How can I make life better for us ahead of when I will start my own family, ahead of when my child will be ready for secondary school, ahead of when my child will be ready for university? How can I make that life better? Some of you struggled while you were on campus, trying to, get money to pay for your school fees, trying to make sure you get fed while on campus, just because, your parents could not do as much as they should because of financial capacity. You must be intentionally ready to break forth of that cycle. And it comes from intentionally understanding financial literacy, legacy building, building generational wealth. You see, the strategy for that in real estate is sincerely land banking. Kujubelo, you can tie a property down 300K, 400K, and target it to when you are going to send your kid outside of Nigeria, which must at that time must have worth 10, 15, 20 million, which is more than enough to send a kid to Europe. It doesn't all make sense, but it takes to be able to sacrifice the pain of today for the future enjoyment of tomorrow. It's as simple as that. I understand. It's as simple as that. But it requires effort, and the effort is in your mind, not in your hands. It's in your what? In your mind. What comes to your mind when 100K enters your account? What comes to your mind when 500K enters your account? I beg, make I go Jayori me small. Make I go lounge small. There's one ice cream I've been trying to taste. I need to go to Coastal. These things. And the fastest way of dispensing your money is from little expenditures. You see those, when you have 100K, you see the ones that take money out of you are the 2K, the 3K, the 5K, the 7K. Those are the ones that quickly expend money from your hand. And those things, you have to know how to curtail them. All right. The last one is you must learn how to sorry, you must learn how to transition yourself into a consultant. You must learn how to transition yourself into a consultant. Consultants earn more than service providers. You must learn how to transition yourself into being a consultant. And consultants are those who are doing and also advising. So you must learn how to transition yourself. So that as a realtor, financial intelligence also means that you must, from day to day, income and what you earn, you must learn to invest it back in yourself, to position yourself to become a consultant. By that doing, as a reality, as a realtor? Who says you cannot own an office? Who says you cannot, own a global brand? Who says you cannot own an investment real estate company? Who says you cannot be a brokerage firm? You must learn how to transition into consultancy. So transitioning into consultancy means you are in the same line of income, but expanding your reach. I wish I can talk more on that also, but that's where I will stop for this morning because our time is fast spent. Our time is fast spent. So that is it. Can I take one or two questions? But before I take one or two questions, let me say this. If you keep selling properties without owning any, you are building wealth for others and not yourself. I will repeat. If you keep selling properties without owning any for yourself, you are only building wealth for others and not yourself. Be careful. As much as you are helping others secure wealth investments for themselves, you must also secure wealth for yourself. Don't be like Agbero. We know they follow bus reach destination. Also join the bus. So I wish you the very best. And I wish you a sales-filled and commission-filled week. Understand that as you are earning this commission, you have to have proper financial intelligence and proper financial plan and structure for your income. I hope this helps you a lot this morning. Please make sure you are part of our Monday meetings and trainings. These things will shape your life. Get your mind and head re-engineered and refocused. You see, one of the most important things to do when you want to build wealth is to re-engineer the head, your mind. Some of us, the schools where we are trained, the church where we go, the house where we live in, the environment we grew up from has already increased a cultural taste in us that do not let us know that we are already in abject poverty. But we need our heart and mind re-engineered and refocused so that we can take the best decisions, so that we will not be waiting for one miracle or to see a Ghana must go of money on the road, which is never going to happen. This has an effect of watching too much Nollywood, too much drama, too much Nigerian movies. It will never happen that you see Ghana must go of money by the road. It can never happen. You are just deceiving yourself. That money will just fall on you one day, or one helper from abroad will dash you dollar. You are just deceiving yourself. You have to work, and the right work, the right effort, and the right shape of mind will always outperform those who do not do. So be a step ahead and do the needful. So thank you very much, and I wish you the best. Can I take a question or two before the close of the class this morning? A question or two. I can take one more question and then we'll close it for the week. And I'm wishing you a week blessed, a week full of commission. And don't forget to reach out to your prospects, reach out to your clients. This is salary week. Help them make better financial decisions this week. Help them not to spend money on frivolities as they are planning for oblay and planning for things to do with their money. Help them to make secure, safe, and income-generating asset investments, and also transgenerational wealth investment. Help them. So talk to them. They need your help. So help them. Please, can we have one question and then I'll close for the day?
Yes, sir.
All right, blessing.
Okay, good morning, sir. I really enjoyed this session.
You're welcome.
A quick one. Yes. So I want to ask, in a situation, because sometimes, like last year, what I experienced last year, some of my clients last year, they were like on, what's it called? They were on payment plan. So you see a
Okay.
client who wants to buy, you see a client who wants to buy a property of 3.6 million, and he wants to pay in 6 months, and they're
Okay.
getting like 500K every month.
Everyone, yeah.
So yes, so most of the time you just realize that 500,000 naira is like around 70,000 naira commission.
For you, yeah.
Yes. So trying to, and how do you tell them to like make payments, like make it quick without making them look like as if you're eager to get the you're eager to get the money and all that. Because sometimes I find it difficult to like tell them, okay, you need to make it fast, except maybe in a scenario where we have allocation. I'm like, okay, would you like to join the first batch allocation? So you need to pay up so you can join
You're
the
already
first batch
answering
allocation.
yourself. You're already answering yourself. You need to create FOMO, fear of missing out, and sense of urgency. Do you understand? Sometimes these people have the funds, but they just want the excitement of, they don't have to stress. And when you need deals to close faster, you don't have to pitch payment plan. Some of you make that mistake. You pitch payment plan before pitching the product. You push payment plan forward before pitching the product. Pitch the value of the product. They will get along. See, anybody that can afford to pay 500K can afford to pay 1 million or 1.5 to buy property. Do you understand? So you must learn how to create sense of urgency and use events and happenings around. One of it is that, if you want to be allocated closer to entrance, you have to pay up on time. Do you understand? If you want to be allocated on time and you don't want rush on your documents, errors, and all those things, pay up on time so that they can, have enough time to work on your document. You have to just create things, that will appeal to them. People want value for money. So sell them the value. Once they see the value, they will pay up. Do you understand? So, and sometimes people really, really do not have more than that capacity. And you must be able to profile your clients and not become a bug. Profile your clients and know what they are capable of. Do you understand? Profile your prospects. That is, in profiling means you need to do a background search and know where do they work. What is the average amount they pay those that are working in this company? What level of management are they in that company? How much do they pay people on that level of management? Okay, if he is earning this amount, does he have other business or source of income? Do you think like you have savings and everything so that you will be able to guide them? All right, okay, sir, I know you are earning this amount maybe based on your discussion, but I can see you have capacity to stretch up to 1 million. Instead of spending so much time, 6 months to pay, you can complete this payment in 3 months and get allocated fast so that you can just go and sit back and relax and be waiting for your return on investment than waiting 6 months when things can happen, anything can happen. I want to make sure that you feel safe and you are good, and that's why I'm pushing you to pay. Do you understand? So you just have to find a way, and nobody will teach you this. You know how these things work. Blessing. One more question, and that will be all. Have I
Oh,
answered your
thank you,
question?
sir. Yes, sir.
One more person. One more person.
Okay,
All
good
right.
morning, Director Olusola. Thank you very much for that section. Okay, so I just want to ask, because you mentioned earlier that if we are selling for others and we are not getting the property, it's just like look as if we are building wealth for our clients. But
Yes.
in a situation whereby, like she mentioned, that the payment plan for our clients is 6 months, and you decided not to get your commission, probably you
Hmm.
want to use it to also get
Yes.
a
People do that a
property.
lot. People do that a
Yeah.
lot. They do that a
So, but
lot.
I want to ask: is there a privilege for a suspect, a partner like us, that probably we have a more duration? Because if what you are getting as a commission is not up to what the value of the land that you're meant to get from Landnest, probably okay, I have to sort from another means to complete it. Probably like 12 months. If the
Hmm.
payment plan is supposed to be 6 months, do we stand a chance, of paying up to 12 months so that can enable us, many of
I,
us,
I
to
I think
also
I,
have?
s- I spoke about it today that you can leverage, and people that
Okay,
will get those kind of leverage are people who have gotten results. You have to get results. So, you have to you have to be in a position where a developer will want to encourage you. Do you understand? So you must have, at least turn in some good sales that the person will be like, because you are loyal to the brand, you sell very well. Don't worry, I can make these waivers for you. Do you understand? So those things happen. At least some of our realtors does that will give them, special benefits and waivers and some discounts sometimes. We are not very rigid in our company. We want everybody to win. As our realtors are winning, our clients are winning, we are also winning. Do you understand? So you can always reach out. You can always reach out. Do you
all right,
understand? But
all right.
then it's still based on relationship. If not for
Okay,
Landnest, at least for other brands maybe that you work with, it is based on relation. This thing is purely relationship. It's purely relationship.
all right. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. All right. Thank you very much. If you have been blessed and if you've gotten value from this class, can I see your favorite emoji? And I want you to go to the group and tell them in that group and type that value has been gotten. Just go and type in that group so that people who has been doubting and not been joining this class can see the reason to be joining the class. Please, you owe them to share in the group that value gotten. Yes, real value gotten. Just go and share in that group, please. Thank you very much, and I wish you a blessed and graceful week. God bless you. Have a nice week.